Welcome, focused learners, to another explainer. Today, we're handing you the absolute ultimate roadmap to getting real-world coding experience. We're talking about taking you from absolute zero to successfully submitting your very first open source pull request. Listen, if you've been stuck in tutorial purgatory, this explainer is exactly your way out.
So it's the classic catch-22, right? You want a software internship, but you completely lack real-world experience. Man, I hear this from computer science students and beginners literally all the time. You need the experience to get the internship, but you got to get the internship to get the experience. It's incredibly frustrating. But here's the thing. Open source is the secret backdoor to bypassing that entire loop.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Here is our agenda for today. 1. Overcoming open source fears. 2. The 6-week master plan. 3. Finding beginner-friendly projects. 4. The 10-step contribution workflow. And 5. Building your professional portfolio. Section 1. Overcoming open source fears, from imposter syndrome to empowerment.
Now, I know it's totally normal to feel anxious. You might be completely terrified of breaking production code, or maybe you're sitting there thinking you have to be a total expert to contribute. Actually, scratch that. Those fears are completely misplaced. The reality? Open source projects are desperate for all skill levels. You definitely don't need to be an expert. And you might think your contributions have to be these massive, complex architectural changes, but small fixes matter immensely. The open source world is a collaborative environment built on transparency, helpful documentation, and welcoming communities, not some high-stress test to perfection.
Moving on to Section 2, the 6-week master plan, your actionable roadmap.
So what's really interesting here is how we break down this huge, overwhelming goal into super manageable weekly milestones. Week 1 is all about learning Git and GitHub basics. Week 2, you're going to build some muscle memory by practicing commits on your own personal repos. Week 3, we explore those beginner-friendly projects. Week 4, you actually dive in and fix a small issue or tweak some documentation. Week 5 is the big one, submitting your very first pull request. And week 6 and beyond, you just contribute consistently and grow. See? Just one simple step a week.
Now that week 1 focus on Git is absolutely crucial. So what exactly is it? Well, Git is a version control system that tracks code changes over time, helping developers save their history and collaborate safely. Let's be real, this is the foundational threshold every single intern must cross. If you want to work on a software team, you've got to understand Git. It's basically a magic undo button that lets you safely experiment without the fear of permanently deleting the project's entire history. Section 3. Finding beginner-friendly projects. Where to start looking? Once you've got Git down, where do you actually go? When you're searching on GitHub, keep your eyes peeled for specific repository labels. Things like good first issue, beginner-friendly, first-timers only, help wanted, or simply easy. Pointing these out is huge because these specific labels are basically giant neon welcome signs for students seeking their first task. Maintainers use these on purpose to signal, hey, we're ready and willing to help beginners tackle these exact issues. But hold on a second. Before you write a single line of code, you absolutely need to run through the Before You Code checklist. First, review the README for project context. Then read the contributing file for guidelines. Check the code of conduct for community behavior expectations, and use the issue templates so you're reporting things properly. Honestly, reading these files prevents so many common beginner mistakes, and it demonstrates immediate professionalism to the project maintainers. And here is the absolute ultimate hack for your very first try. Start by fixing a small typo or improving documentation. Now seriously, here's the surprising fact. Most developers kind of hate writing their own documentation, so they will absolutely love you for fixing it. It's a massive quick win requiring zero actual coding, but it builds your confidence and gets you super familiar with the workflow. Section 4, the 10-step contribution workflow, executing your first PR. Okay, let's walk through the exact workflow professional developers use every single day, starting with prep and code. First up, you fork the repository. That's just creating your own personal copy on your account. Then you clone it, which means downloading that copy right to your computer. Next, create a branch so you can work independently and safely. Once you're isolated, you make your changes. And crucially, number 5, always test your changes locally to ensure everything actually works before you share it. Let's move to the second half and see how this builds into the commit and merge phase. You'll commit your changes, saving them with a clear message, and push them back up to GitHub. Then comes the really big moment, creating the pull request to officially propose your changes. Now, you'll likely need to respond to feedback, but don't sweat it. It's a fantastic way to learn directly from senior engineers during code review. Finally, you get merged. Boom, your contribution is officially accepted.
Let's pause on that commit step for just a second. Poor commit messages like update, fix, or changes, well, they tell nobody anything. You want much better messages, like fix login validation bug, or improve README installation guide, or maybe add dark mode toggle feature. Remember, clear communication is just as important as your technical skill when collaborating. You want those senior engineers to know exactly what you did without having to guess.
Section 5. Building your professional portfolio. From open source to job offers. This brilliantly illustrates exactly how open source bridges the gap between following basic tutorials and actually being job ready. Think about it. Writing and reviewing code demonstrates real technical ability and problem solving. Using Git shows familiarity with actual dev workflows. Interacting with maintainers proves your teamwork, and consistent contributions show incredible initiative. Every single thing you do here translates directly into a golden resume bullet point. As the saying goes, every accepted contribution becomes part of your public profile. For many developers, open source becomes a pathway into the software industry. That is absolutely spot on, because unlike a private school project that just sits hidden on your hard drive forever, a merged pull request is a permanent public receipt of your skills. It's living proof to recruiters that you can write code that adds value to a real-world product. So I'm going to leave you with this provocative thought. Your very first PR could literally just be fixing a simple typo. So what is stopping you from starting week 1 today? Seriously, you have the roadmap, you know how to find the beginner-friendly labels, you know the 10 steps, the open source community is out there waiting for you. Get out there, make your first fork, and start building your future today. Thanks for joining me on this Explainer Focused Learners, and happy contributing.
If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, like this video, comment your favorite programming language, subscribe to Future Break Coder, because many exciting coding and futuristic tech videos are coming soon.